Blessed Morning Collective. Man. The energy is extremely dense right now. And it began to shift last night from my own perception, experience of it. And I started to make this last night, and I just didn't want to. I was tired. I felt so tired. And I started to hear Evanescence playing in my head. A band I haven't listened to since junior high school. And not just Evanescence, but the most depressing song that they made. That one, All of Me, I think it's called. Just, I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. That one. And I think it is telling and appropriate. And I knew it would only become more dense. And it has. It's just like a burning in the pit, right between the solar and the heart chakra. There's just this acidic, caustic sensation and emptiness as well. And today is the day of 1/6. It is a push to dive within, into the darkness, into the shadows, and to bring that to the surface. This feels a lot like the influence of Mercury, which tomorrow moves into Mercury in Capricorn, trining with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus being the planet of electricity, innovation, basically a tower, basically rules the tower. It is that which sparks sudden and tremendous upheaval and change. And with being in Taurus, that's everything that's comfortable. Everything that's comfortable, everything that's been established, everything that's easy because it's convenient, because it's already there, because we don't have to do anything, all of that is being melted. It feels like electrified, acidified, turned caustic, and just is ripping away. And it has to do with conversations to be had. And when I sat down, immediately my eye was caught by this. This is the last time I ordered cards. They sent a handful of random, mostly playing cards, but this from some unknown deck, this Ace of Swords. That is what this feels like. This is not a happy Ace of Swords. It's basically steaming. This is emerging from the depths. This is a sword that we've tried to keep down. We've tried to keep this hidden, and it's rising. It's coming out. We may not want it to, but it is. So this is the energy today. It is also in the blend of 1-6 being 7 and 1-2 being 3, creating a 10. The ends, the new beginnings, but one cycle must come to a close before the new one can begin. And so it is, this is being driven by the energy. The 12-12 portal still is open. That energy is lasting this year. It will continue through this month, straight up to the last few days. Around Christmas, it does begin to change, but it's just transmuting into another form. The solstice is a heavy one this year. All of this is building, just more pressure. It's like explosion after explosion. And each one is there's an explosion in here, and there's a compressing force here, and it's just compacting everything. So it is known. It's seen, it's experienced with the utmost clarity. It's the sensation of a non-Newtonian solid, I believe it is, or liquid. That which is given the appearance of a liquid when it is not compacted, and this is compacting to help it blow apart, to demolish the illusion, to bring full clarity and awareness to collective, to all souls, because everyone is experiencing this. It does not matter who you are. It matters who you are. But if you are alive right now, if you are breathing, hell, even if you're not, you're participating in this. I'm surrounded by non-physical participants at this very moment. There are a great many people transitioning also. Due to this, it is not a mistake. There is no death. There is only change of state. This is intense energy. And it is here to disrupt. It is here to demolish old paradigms. I mean, completely. Toxic, unhealthy relationships across the board. With every form of person and partner, friend, romantic, familial, business, globally, all of it being revealed. And not just revealed, but in full ultraviolet, brightest exposure. The ugly truths, those things which we have been afraid to admit to ourselves, of how unhappy we are, of how long we have participated in this. That was another sensation. There was overwhelming disappointment. There is in this. Bitter disappointment with the self for not seeing this sooner, for allowing this to continue for so long, for not making the change. There is resistance to it as well. There is, on the heels of that, this feeling of why now? Why? Because now it is time. Because this is asked for. Because this is not the way it is intended to be. You are not intended to be unhappy. You do not intend to be unhappy. You do not intend to engage in these shadow games, this power struggle with everyone you know. You deserve to know your freedom and divinity, as do they, as does every soul. This is why all of it is being brought to the surface at this moment. Why now? Why all of this? Because now you rise, now you ascend, now you know. You could not know without having not known. There is such fear. The runes are the only thing heavy hitting enough to even begin to scratch this. It feels like a deep dive. At this moment, I am feeling myself reaching down into a dark pit, is what it feels like. Yeah, mana's in reverse. Complete disconnection. The sense of complete disconnection from the self. And feeling disconnected from everyone around us. Almost not recognizing who are these people. Who are these people that I have spent so much time with, that I have given so much of myself to? Who am I? What am I doing? What is all of this that I'm engaging in? There's nothing balanced here. All of this efforting, all of this struggle, for what? This is Yera, the harvest, the fruits, the balance. There is none of it in this. This is not balanced. I am not balanced. What am I gaining from this? Not materially. In fact, that's what I've been engaging in. It's been all about material exchange and other people demanding that of me. What can you do for me? What do you give to me? What good is this? What value? And in all of it, I have not felt an ounce of actual fulfillment. Through all of it, I feel only less balanced, less connected with myself and these others. This is meaningless. This feels empty. This is the playing of pouring cups. There is nothing in these cups. We are imagining. There is water there. There is nothing. There is no feeling in this. It is all surface level. Devoid of true connection, devoid of life. There's a great sadness with this. A realization of how desperately we desire true connection, how long we have been without it, within, how long we have ignored the self. How deeply unseen we feel by others. It is all just a facade. It is as if we are just a caricature of the self walking around. We wish to grow. We wish to expand. We desire intimacy. Burkana. These seeds cannot be harvested. There is nothing to harvest. The seeds were merely hollow shells buried in the ground. Where is our true harvest? Where are the fruits of our love? We know we have planted that, but not here. It is not here. It is not in this field. This is a field that does not exist in nature. This exists in a laboratory. It's a display in a museum where the striations, the levels of soil, all of it is bisected. For the study of it, rather than the feeling, rather than the experience, rather than the growing. It is also cold and calculated and unloving and empty. Just the still life, just the smell, the taste of formaldehyde. Something preserved and put on display, thinking that that is the real thing, when that is nothing. Yeah, there is no flow here. This is Laguz, I believe, in reverse, which is itself emblematic of the soul's journey, of soul growth, of self-expression, of fluidity, of flow, creativity, artistry, all of these things. Backwards. There is only constriction in this space. There is only death here. There is no expansion in this. No connection. It is plastic. It is preserved. And it will never be anything else. This must be uprooted. No. Left behind. This entire environment. This is not the world. This is not the world outside. This is the laboratory. It is a feeling of being surrounded by this, of everything in one's life. Every association, friends, family, loved ones. All of it empty, fake, stagnant. Complete, shocking disillusionment. Say who? We have held ourselves back from enjoying the richness of existence, of life, the true wealth and abundance that exists, that surrounds us, that is ever present in nature, in the natural world. That is what we desire. That is where we wish to plant our seeds. That is where our seeds grow already. A feeling that we have been held back from this. A realization. It is only because we have held ourselves back from pursuing this that we have been going in circles. But seeing how it's played out by everyone around us. It's time to move towards this. Yeah, Dory says. For so long it's felt like there's been an obstacle, something blocking us within. We're realizing how we have been looking without. We've been looking to others, relying upon them, their advice, when they were only engaged in shadow play, the overblown ego, the shadow ego, logic and ration, without emotion. There is no abundance in that. There is no wealth in that. There is nothing which can be grown there. We are seeing how this has been the boundary to our own satisfaction and success. The fear of ego, the guardedness, the thorniness, how it is present in all of these around us and has become present in ourselves. Engaging in this has only grown thorns around our heart. Nadis. We have denied everything that our soul actually needs, actually wants. Now it needs to get out of this, to escape this field of thorns, this desert of emotion, where nothing grows and nothing flows, where people are drinking sand, choking themselves, and smiling, acting, pretending as if it is right, as if it is what they desire. There is no flow here. There is no growth. Nothing balanced, nothing harvested in this state of utter disconnectedness. There is wealth beyond. Wealth of emotion, wealth of experience, beyond the illusion of the shadow ego. This is what we are drawn towards. The soul is crying for it. This is a need on the level beyond physical, beyond survival. This is a spiritual need. This is the need of a consciousness to expand, realizing it is all that is desired. And it is promised, it is birthright, it is deserved, it is given. It is given. Dagas, day, balance, flow, the sun rising. This is being revealed in full form. And as it is revealed, it is burning those thorns away. And we no longer feel connected in any form to these individuals around us. We no longer desire their company. It has never been companionship. No, because they never have been in true presence with us. They never have seen us. And we are seeing this. We are seeing them. We are seeing ourselves for the first time. And it cannot be unseen. These truths cannot be unknown. Balance must be restored. And it is not found here. Thank you. The small animals, I believe. Or the guardians. They both have a desire to speak. We will let the guardians speak. Yeah. That's why. This is the sensation. Wow, exactly as just described. Everything surrounding us, everything that had seemed a celebration, that had seemed to be supporting us, is actually causing this. 3 and 3, the 6, the deep dive. This is false love, judgment directly underneath. Judgment that had been hidden, that is now being revealed. All of our friends, all of our family, all leading us astray because they themselves are blind. It is the blind leading the blind. All of this playing at happiness, this fake joy. This harkens me back to a dream that I had some time ago now, where I witnessed a celebration, a party. I walked through, there was a large mansion full of people. In fact, there have been several dreams like this. A house full of people, beautiful, luxurious, full of the finest things. Music blasting, people dancing, and no one smiling. Or if it was a smile, it was that plastic, painful, forced expression. Such sorrow in this connection, in all of these connections. No joy, no growth, no meaningful experience. This is being revealed. And it is being shed. These connections are not serving us. They are dead. They are devoid of life. Directly underneath, deception. 7 of Swords. We are seeing how this has only kept us back from seeing the truth. This has all just been shadow, diminishing us, diminishing itself, keeping us afraid, controlled, manipulated, loveless. The Emperor book ending, 3 of Swords. It is a dual energy of the Emperor causing this, that shadow which seeks to control emotion within and without, and so would tell others how to feel, would tell others how they feel, would dictate the human experience of another, would put their God before the self. And it is also the masculine aspect within realizing this, realizing how empty and lonely it is to live without love, to engage in all of this which is led by ego, which is based on reputation, how others perceive, trying to fit in, trying to please. There is no victory in this, but that is what we seek. We seek the real thing, balanced, mutual, uplifting, working together. That is what we want to give to. That is where we seek our new beginnings. It is not here. This is spiritually driven, and it is also the box. All of this ego-based, transactional, business-like relationships. It is not what we want. We don't want it to work. It's not working, and we don't want it to. We don't want to give to it anymore. We're done with that. It is only heartache. We are seeing how controlling these people around us are, with smiles on their faces, telling us how to be and not to be, telling us the details of our own existence, our own experience, when they have not lived it, when they know nothing of it, when they know nothing of themselves. They have not looked at themselves. They are searching for these answers without just the same, and so it is all just deception. This is revealed, top 2 cards. We've just been putting this off. We thought we were surrounded by good choices. We thought we had made good choices. None of them are fulfilling. None of them good for us. Not in the way our soul desires, not in the way that brings true happiness. Not love. There is not love here. Lovers, as I split the deck. there is not love in these connections. These people do not know what love is. Everything is not as it seems. All the real emotion, all the real stuff stays hidden. It's all for the purpose of show. This is being revealed. That Ace of Swords. Even those who talk about healing, they boast about it. They brag about it. It's all for the purpose of validation, of being patted on the back by another. This is the true meaning of narcissism. Narcissus. He did not love himself. He loved what others thought of him. If he loved himself, he would not care what others think. It was the projected image, the external, which he was fixated upon, which held his gaze, and so only blocked any real connection. We want out of this. We don't want these so-called friends anymore. And it is not their fault. There is no blaming here or condemnation. It is simply the recognition that it is the blind leading the blind. That they have no idea. That they have not sought the self. And without knowing oneself, one has nothing ultimately to give to anyone else. It is just selflessness, self-lessening, diminishing, emptier and emptier. Pretending, playing, acting. What is devoid of self is devoid of love. For the self is love, it is light incarnate. And that which is not selfish, not like the self, which is the meaning of the word, is loveless, is lightless. It is intrinsically the absence of these things. It is empty. It is cold and only growing colder. Judgment, top card. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. What did I just say? Bottom of the deck, the Sun. This is being revealed in full clarity. Everything surrounding us is just disappointing. And there's no desire to fix it. There's no fixing it. It's all empty. These are empty, broken cups. There's a feeling that Even these cups which we thought were whole, they're two-dimensional. They're not real. They don't hold anything. There is only withholding. There is only keeping in. It is all pentacle focused and not in the grounding, materializing free way, but in, there's something in my eye, and it is the blind bleeding the blind. It's just all pretend. It is just so fake and empty. And we can see it all so clearly now. Yeah, how this is just a power struggle, an endless loop. There is nothing meaningful here. It is all guardedness. It is all discomfort. We are surrounded by it. Prickly, that is that thorn, the thorny ego, that which puts up a guard, puts up a defense, is defensive against even seeing itself, being vulnerable, defensive against any amount of true soul exposure. Again, it is that if I'm going to share this, it's going to be appreciated. It's so others will applaud me for my struggles, for my efforts. It's slimy. Nothing is as it seems. It is shadow ego, it is shadow spirituality. It is all false, all diminishing, not equal, all a look what I did and you didn't. You see, this is the primary difference. Selfishness, true pride, true self-absorption, loves the self fully and knows it in the way that is equivalent. We are all the same self. All of us, I am. All of us experiencing, being. All of us, divinity, the same source streaming. All equivalent. All exactly spiritual in the same amount. Exactly worthy, exactly deserving. Perfect, flawless. There is no competition. It is all cooperation. It is all expansion and growth. Delighting in the journey which is only yours, which only you can take, and equally delighting in the wonder of the diversity of these experiences, that you are a you, which is not me, and yet is equally worthy and perfect and valued. None other have experienced what you have experienced. No one else can. No one else can be you. You are the only you that is being. How transcendent, how resplendent, magnificent, miraculous that is. You exactly as you are in this moment, perfect, beloved, wondrous, admired. This is the truth of connection. Not this. Not this. Clarification. With the sun at the bottom. Yeah, revealing how All of this which we had felt was meant to bring us joy, to support us, has just been more conflict and struggle. It has done nothing fulfilling to us. It is all ego. It is just this empty pit. We can't hold this back anymore. We're moving away from it. This is what we want. Balanced connections. We do passionately desire this, to give to this. Someone on our level, a community, communion, that which works with itself. That is where the freedom is found. That is where the luxury is found. The true passion, the true motion forward, the flow, unlimited acceptance, vulnerability, and the tower underneath. Yeah. It's a shocking revelation. It is. But without this clarity, one could not know the direction in which they seek to move, which is now known towards this, away from this child's play. There's the Hierophant leading it all, away from limitations, away from expectations. And that 5 swords. I had been waiting for that with 4 pentacles directly underneath. Yeah. Revealing how not only are we selling ourselves short, but everyone around us is, and themselves. No one living up to their full potential, their desire, their destined path. All of it withheld. So many people pretending at emotional vulnerability, none of them authentic. Not really, all playing a role. All playing a role, all fulfilling some expectation with no deviation from the norm. One thing, always. Never changing, no growth, no expansion. Just running in place. Why is judgment here? Why is judgment here? Why is judgment here? Yeah, I'm seeing just a room full of treadmills. Of people saying, look how far I have come. But they are not moving. It is the same thing, the same cycle repeated over and over. And I am hearing the phrase, lessons not learned are doomed to repeat. It's like just taking the same grade over and over again, the same class. We're ready to expand. We're ready to move on from this. We are done selling ourselves short. Making the easy, comfortable decisions, that's short-sighted. We want movement. We want to experience motion. We want rebirth. We want justice. We want vulnerability. We want to close out this cycle. We want to go outside into the natural world where things are growing, expanding, moving, changing, not limiting in any aspect of their being. Why is the Five of Swords here? Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Wands, yeah. We want to take the soul's path. We're tired of being defensive against this, of defending and justifying our decisions to ourselves and others. We are seeing how justifying it to others has only caused us to begin attempting to justify it in ourselves. We've picked up these self-limiting behaviors from others, this programming, self-limiting belief. We've started limiting ourselves to fit in with others' expectations of us, to be something that they told us we were, told us to be. It's narrowed the course of our existence so impossibly small. No more. We are defensive of our judgment of this, our awareness of this as well. Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? There's the feeling that others will try to convince us out of this. They have. We're seeing now how they are not really operating for our benefit or for their own. Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? All of this withholding, just keeping back the growth. Just keeping back the life, just keeping things stagnant and dead. We are ending this. We want vulnerability. We want expansion. Ego death. Which is in actuality ego rebirth. It is the subliming of ego. It is the honoring of self, of true desire. An end to the withholding. Why is death here? We seek the destined path. We seek our promised land of milk and honey. We will not let these others stop us from it, because in doing so, we do so for all self. We do so for them as well. There is growing realization. The compassionate act is to walk away. Why is death here? Two cards. Thank you, Spirit. Well, they both came out in reverse. Yeah, the revealing that these connections are not satisfying. They are not fruitful. They're not expansive. There is no love here. There is nothing growing. There is only that which is hidden, withheld. Nothing real. Fake, false. It's the same message on loop. 7 of Swords at the bottom. Just deception. It's just this continual cycle of lying. No one being real because they do not know who they are. They have never tried. They have limited themselves. They have applied a script to their life. And so they are not truly living. Not in any form or fashion. They are asleep. We want the real thing. Five of Cups. Why is it Five of Cups here? Five of Cups. Five of Cups. This is especially impending. I'm getting impending doom. It's the sense of the holidays approaching and being expected, again, to spend time with these others. Expected to fit their expectations, to be a certain thing, a certain way. Realizing how, wow, how there is no love here. Okay. Ten of Wands reversed and the Empress. And just underneath that was the Emperor with the Knight of Cups on the other side. There's no love here. And that is all we want. Everyone is so guarded to loving themselves. We are dropping that. It's such a burden. Being around these people is such a burden. Dropping the disappointment of these connections, these unloving connections, that is the compassionate act. Realizing that by fitting these expectations of others, we are not serving the self and we are not serving them. It is just playing into self-limitation. It's just this big cycle of falsehood, of diminishment. I'm hearing bullshit. Two more cards, if we please. Yeah, this all applies as mind, body, and soul equally. Thank you, Spirit. 10 of Swords. That's the universal energy. In the mind position, we have judgment. In the body, there is withholding. In the soul, there is disappointment. But it is a sense of withholding now from these connections, which are revealed as utterly disappointing, as not serving us. Because the judgment has taken place, there is awareness of this and of the way it is affecting our being in the soul, at the soul level, at the core, at the heart. awareness of the emptiness here, the death, that there is nothing left. Six of Swords at the bottom. Walking away from that, flowing away from that, and with no explanation. The realization that if we begin to explain, that's just playing into it still. That's just adding more to the cycle, to the energy of this. People expect an explanation. That's just another expectation, another limit, another label, another diminishment of being. Wow, King of Wands just flipped out. I'm gonna keep this actually. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, at the bottom. King of Wands read directly with the Four of Pentacles. It's the realization dual again of how it is because of shadow ego that we have withheld so much, because of fear, because of the fear of judgment, of how others perceive us. It's that feeling of, well, I want to explain because I don't want them to misunderstand. No, let them. Let them think what they think. That is not relevant. It does not matter. It has nothing to do with your happiness. That is their life and their journey, and they are allowed it. They are a sacred, sovereign soul. This is a lesson you are giving to them. Do not rob them of that. And furthermore, do not rob yourself of your own forward motion, of your own lesson, your own growth, your own expansion, your own healing and motion towards giving to something that is stable and balanced and reciprocal. No, that is your journey to take. And theirs as well. Why is the Ten of Swords here? You have led the horse to water. You cannot make him drink. There's that healing energy. And the revelation, the realization. What did I just say? I'm sorry. You have led the horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. The horse may expect you to stand there, waiting, explaining, giving it a good reason why this is the source to sup from. Fill your cup and walk away. Then the horse will demand another explanation. Why are you leaving? Because I have soul growth, because I desire to, because my existence is created by me and yours is created by you. So it is. Revealing the short-sightedness, revealing how we have held ourselves back. This is just another layer of judgment, but it is healing in this revelation. Realizing we have been putting 10 swords in the things that we really want. Now that is changing. We are awake to this now. We are awake to the emptiness of these connections, to the disappointment. Now that perspective can be transformed. Now we know there is transmutative energy in this. There is magician energy in this. We are seeing everything from a higher perspective. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here? Swords here. Yeah, I mean, just seeing from a higher perspective, and that itself is healing. That is giving us courage to take this journey, to put an end to all this frivolous shadow play, to build towards something actually meaningful, to walk away from the web of lies, which has only kept us tied. To burn those bridges. There is nothing there for us. There is no desire to cross them ever again. We want them gone. Ended. The Fool peeking out with the Star card here. Only forward, only upwards and on. We just want to build towards the real thing. Build for ourselves, for our own selfish desires. It must be demonstrated, it cannot be taught. We are understanding this. That is a few too many, but there's the sun again. We are understanding how to transform everything that's disappointed us. Realizing all of this disappointment, all of this is our guidance system. It is the guilty spark. It is here to wake us up to the falsehood and unhappiness we've been surrounding ourselves with, to the puffing up, the illusion of ego, worried about reputation, expectations, fitting in, appropriateness. All of this is being revealed, and it feels damn good. That is a shift in the energy. Right here. In this card, this is projected final outcome. I'm reading it as forward motion. The ego is still present, but it is the subliming. It is awakening to its own true desires. Why is the King of Wands here? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. The High Priestess and that Three of Cups from the pre-shuffle. Deeper connections. That is what is desired. Ones where the love is flowed and offered. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. Poking off the top, Two of Pentacles. Balance. This choice is being made. We want these balanced connections where there is vulnerability, there's openness, there's equal give and take at the emotional level, at the soul level. Energetically, not this frivolous surface level 3D crap. This is the truth that cannot be unknown. This is what we desire. This is where the real passion lies. This is what we want to move towards, what we desire to give to. I can feel the reignition of the root and sacral connection in this. Realizing this is dead. All of these withholding energies, this relationship, all of them. We have no desire to resurrect this. What we want is rebirth of the self. What we want is a truly alive version of this, flowing, that where nothing is held back. That's the celebration. The celebration is in the vulnerability, in the full exposure. Look at how it is as though the moon is pouring into these cups. All of that emotion, all of it, all of the darkness and the light, it's the same thing. It comes together. It's all wrapped in the same divine package. beautiful, blissful, delicious experience, feeling, not analyzing, not growing in a laboratory and cutting apart to study it, to understand it. No, this is feeling, and it is powerful. It is passionate. It is all that we desire to give to this. And we're leaving. We're moving towards it. All of this withholding, just more anxiety. We've seen the truth. We've seen the new horizon. We've seen a better option. We know the way to release this anxiety is to let the emotion flow and to move towards the dream, to move towards all that is desired, towards this deep soul connection, which has 9 of Cups underneath, and the High Priestess. Again, come on. This is where we're headed. That which others would tell us was not possible, would tell us we were a fool for believing in, we're seeing. They are just deluding themselves. They are limiting themselves. They are engaged in deception. We know the truth of this deep soul connection. It's not just fairy tale. It's real. It's real, and it's more meaningful and fulfilling on a deeper level than any of this. That's what we're bringing the pentacle towards. We're making that offer towards ourself. We're becoming selfish. We're loving self. And as within, so without. May it be so, and so it is. This is the message. Ended. This poking out from underneath, just to reinforce, and the Star card, and the 9 of Cups. Thank you. This is what we're moving towards. Communication, real connection, new beginnings. I feel much lighter. So much lighter. And I am so glad to do this, to express myself, because it feels good to me, because I desire to, because I enjoy it, I want to. The experience of it is its own reward and uplifts. The flowing of this emotion, the flowing expression of this energy transmutes. This is my whole desire, and I delight in satisfying myself. Have a beautiful, transcendent, transformative, transmutative day, collective. I'm so in awe of you, and I am so deeply, forever, in unconditional, eternal love.